Is it recording? Alright. Hello everyone. Has anyone else ever wondered why Oklahoma looks like a frying pan? Well, thanks to Texas, the New Mexico Territory, and the Kansas-Nebraska Act of 1854, Oklahoma received the Panhandle. Texas wanted to join the Union in 1845 as a slave state, but because their northernmost part was considered part of the Missouri Compromise, they would not be allowed to own slaves. So instead of becoming a slave-free state, Texas decided to give up the land. The land immediately became public property, which was called public land strip. The more common name that was given was no man's land. The Compromise of 1850 was where Texas gave up some of their panhandle to New Mexico, which also helped establish the eastern part of New Mexico at the 103rd meridian, which placed the westernmost boundaries on no man's land. The Kansas-Nebraska Act of 1854 set the southern border of Kansas to the 37th parallel, which helped establish the northern boundary of no man's land. Now, I would assume everyone is wondering why it was called no man's land. No, it was not because no one lived there. Actually, back in 1907, the public land strip held the highest census, so there were quite a bit of people that lived and worked on the land. It was called no man's land because no one could own the land that they were living and working on. They had a saying about the land, no man's land but God's land. Before no man's land became part of Oklahoma, the settlers tried to make it their own property. In 1862, the people surveyed the land themselves and called the land Cimarron Territory. They built homes, streets, shops, and post offices on land that technically they did not own and could have been kicked off at any time. During the same year, they sent a bill to Congress asking them to become a real territory. But that same year, the bill was denied and the land went back to no man's land. During the passage of the Organic Act of 1890, the Congress assigned no man's land to New Oklahoma Territory, which was part of the Indian Territory. We have learned that it was no easy task to get the strip to become part of Oklahoma's panhandle. But thanks to Texas, New Mexico, Nebraska, we were able to receive the land. And finally, Oklahoma got its shape because it became part of the Union in 1907. Thank you.